they're on. Clear.
Didn't prime enough. Try again. Hold. Pull her back. Okay, close. Try again.
Clear.
Delta Echo Miles Oscar Hotel, taxi runway 30.
Delta Oscar Hotel, Roger.
Right?
Yep.
So the taxiway is the grass, right? Or this?
Yep, the grass. Yep, tail is clear.
Delta Echo India Romeo Lima, hallo. Delta Romeo Lima, Konstanz, hallo. Die Romeo Lima hier am Platz, Rückflug nach Biberau, bitte Rollanweisung.
Dann Außenroll, Halbpiste 3-0, Delta Romeo Lima.
3-0.
Und Konstanz Info, die Delta Echo Tango Juliet Alpha auch zurück nach Egelsbach. Wir rollen hinter der Ruppe. Okay, verstanden, Juliet Alpha. Und für alle drei Flieger gilt, bitte etwas beim Start rechts von der Mittellinie halten. Wir haben links ein paar Löcher. Und
Oscar Hotel verstanden. Ja.
Romeo Lima verstanden.
Oscar Hotel, did you understand my message?
Yes, sir, we copied. Thank you.
Okay, fine.
What's that?
During the takeoff, stay slightly right of the center line because they got some holes in the middle of the center line.
Got it.
Okay. And we use all of the runway.
Okay, want to do the run up?
Yep. Turn a little bit. We got aircraft behind us. Yeah, so we're not blowing onto them.
So you want me to turn to the left?
Yeah, so you're not blowing onto them. Like this is okay? Okay. And do your run-ups before these guys get here.
Okay. 18. Right. Both. Left. Both. Up. Idle check. Engine instrument on the green. Magneto check, propeller checked. Departure and emergency briefing. So it's a rolling takeoff runway 30. So we enter the runway without applying brakes, full power.
Slightly right-hand side.
Slightly right hand side, back on the elevator. As soon as we lift, maintain ground effect and then 70 rotate, gear up.
Yep. Remember we got wind from the right,
Yeah,
so
wind
aileron.
correction. We have a slight hole, I think it's to the left and to the right, so we can aim for that.
Righto. Emergency brake.
In case of an emergency on the takeoff roll, apply brakes, reduce power, stay on the runway. After that, look for a field plus or minus 30 degrees.
Yep.
And if we reach the circuit height, come back on a short circuit to runway 30. Trim set for takeoff. Magnetos both, sorry, trim set for takeoff. Mixture, we'll in it as we roll.
I'll be almost reach.
Okay.
Simply because
Doors and windows
we're low level now.
closed. And flaps are set. And the starting point landing light on. Enter given it, fuel pump is on. Transponder is out. Zeros are set, and 60.
Alright, they're waiting for us.
Okay. Right. There's no. Alright. Delta Oscar Hotel entering runway 30 for takeoff.
Delta Hotel Oscar, wind from 60 degrees with 5 to 7 knots.
Okay.
Roger, thank you.
That's not bad. Okay, slightly on the right of the runway. In we go.
Full power.
Full power. Ailerons in wind, please. Other way. There we go. Gonna give you a bit more mixture. Looks
40.
good. Yep, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. There she is. Holding ground effect. Hold there. Hold there, hold there, hold there. Nose down, 70 and climb out. Nose down. Keep her in ground effect. I have. Accelerate.
80.
And pull out now. Good. There you go. Gear up.
Gear up.
Yep, that's 17 knots.
Romeo Lima, Holder auf die 201 und startet.
Romeo Lima, ja, Wind auch leicht ganz schräg von hinten mit 5 bis 7 Knoten.
Okay.
Your circuit is turning left now. Let's get rid of those flaps. The horizon is clear.
Power set.
Just give it a bit more manifold pressure. We're climbing very slow at the moment.
Und Juliet Alpha ist startbereit, ist abflugbereit. Wir starten für 3-0. Juliet Alpha.
The tendency is when you see the end of the runway coming to keep pulling. But we really have to keep the nose down until we hit that 70 and then pull out at 70. Okay?
Delta Oscar Hotel overhead 2,300 feet.
Then over, hotel,
Oh, Lima verlässt der Platz Richtung Westen.
There's not much we can do, a bit more mixture maybe. Or keep the airspeed up to about 100 knots, that'll help as well.
Und Delta Juliet Alpha verlässt ebenfalls geradeaus nach Westen. Schönen Abend, vielen Dank. Geradeaus ist okay, aber die Oscar Hotel fliegt falsch.
So what did I did wrong? Why did you took over? I don't understand.
Because you lifted the nose, we're in ground effect, and then we hit that 70 and you started pulling. Yeah, but I think we still had a bit of tailwind component and the airspeed dropped to about 65. Yeah, so the tendency is as the aircraft, as the end of the runway approaches, everybody does it. They have a tendency to start pulling more and more. And we were below that 70 knots, 65, 60, and you can't keep pulling because you'll stall. That's the typical stall where you drop a wing.
So you said we had 60 knots on the
takeoff. Have a look at the videos.
Yeah.
We hit the 70. Yeah.
I keep pulling because we hit 70 and I was expecting to start climbing.
But it didn't climb.
Okay.
And then what you really have to do is push the nose down, really hold that until the airspeed hits that 70 and maybe even a little bit above, and then once you're comfortably in the 70, pull up. It's a very common thing, like you see the end of the runway coming.
No, it wasn't for me the fear, I was just like 70, I wanna get out. And I actually was turning into the depth of the hole on the trees.
Yeah,
but you took over, so okay.
That's okay. No, it was good, just keep it, if the airspeed drops again, then the tendency is to hold it there, but just
But probably it's better to try to aim for 875 instead of 70 if you have a gust.
On such a gusty day, perhaps, yeah. I think as soon as we rotated, we hit that 70, okay, we pulled a little bit and I saw the airspeed decrease, and then I was like, yep, push the nose down a touch and better accelerate. But the rest was okay, it was all good. I reckon you would have gotten out okay, but I didn't really like to climb out at that 65 or below. I'm just going to give you some more mixture, just looking at the engine temperatures. Alright, full rich mixture, and keep that airspeed up to 110 or so. I'll try reducing the RPM a bit. If the temperature really goes into the red, we might have to reduce power and just fly at high level for a little while. What's your target cruise altitude?
in this case we're heading pretty much north, so it would be even plus 500, so we can do 4-5, 6-5.
Yeah. Try the 4-5, we might level off for a little bit. And see if we can get that temperature down, because it's right up on the red arc. Oh, that was weird. What did you just turn off? The landing lights?
Yeah. What happened?
Temperature. Try turning it back on.
The battery.
Yeah.
That's the reason. So when you know how this
It's an...
you have a plus and ground and plus.
Yeah, and the
and
ground
when
is...
the plus goes down, the reference gets.
Or the ground is changing, you think, or the plus is shifting?
Sorry?
Yeah, okay, your voltage is being pulled down. Understood. Yep, okay.
So now we can
Yeah,
reduce it.
I guess we're okay.
I guess that's why also this is fluctuating, because probably there is electrical noise on
Yeah,
the system.
strobes and whatever.
No, the alternator is just noisy.
Yep. Righto. Well then, we can put the manifold pressure back in and lean the mixture as you want it. Righto. I recommend using FIS on a long leg like this. It's your choice.
1247. That's Langen, what is it?
I believe it's Langen, yep. No, it's Zurich. Old Zurich information.
Alpha Papa Kilo approaching board 4,500 feet, successfully repeated the company.
Alpha Papa Kilo, roger, contact 120 decimal 1 channel, take off video.
Alpha 0 decimal 1, Alpha Papa Kilo, which means
What's the altitude we're taking?
I wanna climb a bit more, to be honest.
Okay.
So 6.5 to start with. There is no much cloud, so. Zurich Info, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel. Hello, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, type Mooney M20J, 3 persons on board. Departed Echo Delta Tango Zulu, destination Echo Delta Kilo Alpha. For flight information services, at the moment climbing 6,000 feet.
Oscar Hotel, the QNS Eric 1016, clock now 4250.
4250 for Delta Hotel.
Schwenningen, Echo Delta Tango Sierra.
Echo Delta Tango Sierra, next report. How's that one?
I'm looking.
You can search for airfields in navigation mode, right?
No, that's what's annoying me at the moment.
You can exit navigation and then
Yeah, I'll look it up in my other one. Actually not going over Schwenningen. We're going kind of a beam there.
well, we can call, I mean, which one is it? Neo Hassan up? That one.
Schwenningen. There. About 30 degrees right. You can take it if you want.
Schwenningen am Neckar, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I tell you, over here.
Or you can just fill a beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess,
These are all obstacle, no, they're okay. Glider flying, just be careful of the glider flying scheduled ahead. So it should be okay.
oh, that's cooler.
Got your altimeter set wrong again. On the...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. And Ramiro. And confirm some. Like not even 1/4.
Yeah, maybe a quarter.
Yeah, it's okay. It's free power, so.
I think when you get a bit more airspeed up,
Yeah,
then it
goes
helps.
on, yeah. I guess also
Bring the RPM down or so. 2.5 is okay if you want, but 2.4 is a bit more comfortable.
I guess maybe the brake system is not so tight, so maybe it has some leaks or something. That also affects.
Yeah.
It's an old airplane. They were saying online up to 1 inch of increase. That's a lot.
I'll give you that 2.5. to about 11.5 or so. Yeah. Section here where you actually cross France, I believe.
France?
Yeah. So without a flight plan, there's a possibility that we might have to divert slightly to the right.
But storage is gonna tell us, right?
So you can ask if you can cross over France. Sometimes without a flight plan, they'll allow it. But if you're crossing into another country, usually you have to have.
Fluent information, Delta Echo Sierra Mike Foxtrot.
But that's for later. That's for later.
Foxtrot, the information grid pass message.
Delta Echo Sierra Mike Foxtrot, Delta Alpha 40. We are flying from Laufheim to Schwenningen, Längen in 3,800 feet. 2 persons on board for flight information.
Delta Mike Foxtrot, the United 1016, Mexico before changing over to Schwenningen.
Delta Echo Sierra Mike Foxtrot, unit 1016, Mexico switching over to Schwenningen.
Delta Oscar Hotel.
Delta Oscar Hotel, go ahead.
Delta Oscar Hotel, clock now 7000, for further contact log and information 128.950. Have a nice flight, bye bye.
7000 and 128.950, bye bye, thank you. 128.950. Langan info, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, Langen.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, type Mooney M20J, 3 persons on board. Departed Echo Delta Tango Zulu, destination Echo Delta Kilo Alpha for information services, please. Presently 6,500 Abim Schwingen am Neckar, that's Echo Delta Tango Sierra.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, squawk 3701.
3701, Echo Delta, also Echo Delta, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel. What was the squawk?
3701.
November 80154, Hotel squawk 3701.
Oh man, I'm suddenly tired.
Yeah, try and think of your radio call before you make it.
Yeah.
Otherwise you hold up the frequency. Going good though. I reckon out of out of Konstanz you would have gotten out of there okay, but
I'll check the replay because like my perception was it was 70 and maybe we hit like a tailwind draft or something.
what happens is if you have a slight tailwind, right, then you have the trees, right, and you accelerate inside the trees, and then as soon as you get slightly above the trees, the tailwind component hits because the wind can move freely. Yeah, so you lose a couple of knots, so you have to kind of hold it in there before you accelerate out. Yep.
I guess the mistake was deciding the target speed 70. Maybe it was better to use 75.
The 70 is okay, but what happened was you hit the 70, then you pulled, and you kind of looked at the attitude and you didn't look at the airspeed anymore. And so the attitude held, the airspeed reduced, and you're kind of sitting there going, we just let it accelerate over. But it was okay. At 65 you would have gotten out as well. Your climb angle is slightly different. Yeah. So about 10 minutes past 8 is our expected arrival time. I'm tempted to say let's fly it at 75% power to 500 RPM. See if we gain a couple of minutes. Just because...
You want to turn an altitude or...?
6.5 is still okay if you want to. The only difference is that...
it was not 8:30 the closing time.
8:30, yeah.
So we're 20 minutes...
20 minutes ahead, but there's a slight difference in... we have to possibly divert a little bit around France. Yeah.
Where's the France border? I don't know, here is not showing the border, where is it?
Keep going, keep going. It's near that Koblenz, I think. There you go, Karlsruhe.
Here?
Yep.
Is there a chance to change the color of the border marking to another color for...
I don't know.
Because it's super easy to miss.
Deshalb würde ich mich gerne etwa abheben, nochmal nach den Kohlen abfahren.
That gave us about 5-6 knots extra. I can lean at 75% power. You want 12.2. So bring the mixture into 12.2. That'll give us another 2-3 knots. There you go.
Lang info, Delta Mike Lima, Papa.
Maybe I can ask London for clearance to France.
Yeah, you can request and see what they say. And the other thing is, you keep in mind we've got about 8 knots headwind at the moment, like this, yeah? And the wind will change the higher we go. You know that cardinal changing there, so it'll be the higher we go, the more it's on the nose.
More headwind, yeah.
Yep.
Langen Info, Delta Oscar Hotel. Delta Triple Golf, RPT coordinates to cop.
He's busy. Just outside the yellow arc.
Delta Triple Golf, RPT coordinates to cop.
Station, die gerufen hat, sorry, ich war am Telefon. Können Sie bitte nochmal wiederholen?
Ja, kein Problem. Delta Triple Golf, 5 auf coordinates to cop hier.
1018.
1018 und RPT verlassen der Frequenz. Wir sind im Anschluss auf Donner Hitzingen.
Verstanden. Squawk 7000, ciao.
Squawk 7000, Delta Triple Golf, danke schön, tschüss.
Und jemand wollte noch verlassen wegen der schlechten Funkabdeckung, wenn ich das richtig verstanden habe.
So you'll need a clearance for Karlsruhe and France, onwards to France.
High level 6.5 is the limit, so we're there. We can pass, I reckon we can increase the
Mike
limit.
Lima, Papa, Squawk 7000, ciao.
Just go to flight 66 and you're fine. Yeah.
Delta Echo X-Ray, Delta Sierra.
Delta Echo X-Ray, Delta Sierra.
Ja, falls ich Sie nicht mehr hören sollte, ich will Sie jetzt nicht für die letzten Meilen noch zur Kollegin schicken, dann bitte Squawk 7000, dann weiß ich, dass Sie umgeschaltet haben später.
Instead of turning this one off, right? Use vertical speed.
I did set vertical speed, but then I applied trim and they disconnected.
Yeah.
So you have to do it here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your trip fights against the autopilot. So you go vertical speed, it holds, and then you go up and down.
Bevor ich Sie nicht mehr höre.
Alles klar, machen wir, oder Abstand 405. Danke, schönen Feierabend später.
Jo, ciao.
Langen Info, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, go ahead.
Yeah, we're showing we'll be crossing into France with our current flight path. Would it be possible to do that?
Delta Echo Charlie Kilo, einen Moment mal bitte. Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, say again.
We're gonna enter France airspace, so I was wondering if you could coordinate that for us.
Yeah, Roger, stand by, I will call France and call you back.
Thank you.
France is nice. They usually have these female, very sweet sounding French controllers.
Yeah.
The Germans are rough. They sound really rough, and then you go to France and it's all like, it sounds romantic, and then you come back to Germany and it's rah rah rah.
French accent or what?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Lange und die Delta Charlie Kilo jetzt ja noch 25 Meilen, Flüssigwaldturm 3000 Fuß. Er wurde bereits versetzt zur Landung in Waldorf.
Try setting this one up for navigation flight. So you go FPL, then you click the big button.
the what?
That one, push cursor. Yep, push. Then go echo, where did we go? Konstanz. Whatever Konstanz was. Stand by, I'll tell you.
Oh, Aachen.
No, because it won't be, that'll give you direct, but you can't do that in flight plan.
Direct.
If you go direct, it goes from the current position.
Yeah.
If you go flight plan,
Mike Oscar Hotel.
Go ahead.
Yeah, contact now Strasbourg radar on 119.575.
119.575. Thank you. Information, Delta Echo Mike, Bravo November, wieder zurück auf Eure Verständnis.
Delta Echo Mike Bravo November, ich habe die Daten noch, Squawk 3701.
3701 von Position Militant Flipping, Fläche 6. What was the name of this?
it wasn't Lugman. Strasbourg info. I think it was.
What was in France?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, it's Strasbourg.
Where do you get it?
Here.
Oh.
Strasbourg approach.
Strasbourg approach, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, good day. Are you flight element? Squawk 6120.
6120, Delta Hotel.
Delta Oscar Hotel, yeah.
20 or 30?
20. What I was going to say is if you go direct and then Echo Delta Kilo Alpha, then it takes from current position. But I wanted to show you how to engage the autopilot in
okay,
in
so
it's Echo Delta Tango Zulu.
Flight plan?
Yep. Just press.
Oh.
FPL press. Yep. Echo Delta Tango. Zulu. Yep, go enter.
Enter.
Yeah, and then you put Echo Delta Kilo Alpha there.
Delta Alpha Zulu.
Alpha Zulu.
Alpha Zulu, votre plan de vol a été activé. Vous arrivez en sortie de TMA, vous pouvez transponder 7000, quitter et bon
Oh my god. Meaning the hypoxia.
Monsieur, on va Delta Alpha Zulu.
There it is.
Zulu.
It's already there. No, that was
Alpha. Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
So it's already picked up the flight plan. Then if you go FPL, it'll show you the track that was from Konstanz to there. Now if I change from heading to nav, it should intercept this track and then fly that track.
That's because it sets the GPS here.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can try it. See if it takes it. It should turn right, intercept this track and then take it. I try GPS CDI, GPS V-lock, no GPS, correct to Edgar.
we can try changing this. Like, let's see what it does.
It does counter a little bit.
Look,
so
it's gonna go.
Yeah, it does take it effect, but it balances it out over time. So you take it over to this track.
But it's following the
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It is overlaid.
following overlay.
So it's a little bit slower now. So if you put that center, once you reach here, it will try to follow this track. Yep.
Novembre Yankee, on arrive au niveau de Novembre Unique pour continuer vers Novembre Echo. Novembre Yankee, copié, rappelé en vue de Haguenau. En vue de Haguenau, Novembre Yankee.
Where I have to say that's the way it's supposed to work. In this autopilot, the nav mode is a little weak.
the magenta line, you would straight away.
It should. Like I said, this one's a little weak. Sometimes it overshoots and it does this little thing.
Oscillation.
But what you can do is if you hit that mark, you turn nav on and off, and then back on, it'll re-intercept. And the nice thing is, okay, on a direct track it's fairly easy, but if you have a complex flight plan, the autopilot will fly the entire flight plan.
Yeah.
So this is the German Alps here. What do you call it? The Schwarzwald. Is this Schwarzwald? Baden. Alright.
Change tanks.
Book running 52 Bravo Delta, climbing 5070, course to Strasbourg, 110.
This is the gauge, right?
54 Delta. Good day, identified. Camera level 140,
Is that safe though, because it has a steel gauge around the cabin? What's the reason for the...
I think it's just a stiffness thing for the cell to the engine. I don't think there was much thought in terms of accident protection or something.
Because it's heavier, I guess.
No.
How do you swap with this one?
This one.
Oh.
Zoom in and out. Those 5 miles, that's in. Over zoom. Yeah. Let's see if it intercepts by itself.
What is this? OBS?
OBS is the omni-bearing selector. So you can use that to set a different inbound heading. I think the tolerance is about 2 miles for an autopilot.
We passed it. It's not doing it.
Stand by. So if I go like this, the nav mode is very weak. I got it working a while ago, but
They're starting it now. I guess you have to select it from the autopilot, the source, right?
I see it. It's trying to, no, it's not.
Trying to the other way.
You might be right that the autopilot source should be on here though, and I'm not sure why.
Usually you have like a switch that says right, either GPS or
Delta contact.
Let's take that.
One way decimal 3. And 1 way decimal 3.
and look, I changed it and it's turning now.
Yeah.
Run air 52 Bravo Delta.
Try something. went to the coast, another coast.
London or Paris might be interesting for you.
Yeah, I guess I can do London. I mean, I'm familiar with the area. The only part is
Crossing the channel or something.
Can they give me life vest on Westfield?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then the paperwork part is also.
Yeah. I can give you the link for the general aerodrome reporting or general arrival reports or something. Otherwise, there's like, if you want to do longer trips, Czech Republic, or the islands in the north, you did them already, yeah?
I did only the west part, because now there is a peninsula for Denmark, I think.
It's interesting, but not so crazy.
Mitavia 394 Papa, good day. Vectoring ILS 03, heading 210.
I want to go to London anyways, to check on my apartment. So I might as well use the airplane for one weekend. The Beacon Hill approach, that's easy, right? Long runway.
Yeah, Beacon Hill's easy.
It's expensive. I mean, I tried to go to my airfield, but it's a shorter runway, so
Beacon Hill was
I think I can do it.
They were like 36 pounds, I think.
That's the Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, go ahead.
Delta Oscar Hotel, contact me on 120.7, please.
7
120.7.
120.70 for Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, please.
Novembre Yankee, on a un visuel sur Agno, on est à tour à 3005 pour descendre vers 2000 et quitter. Novembre Yankee, vous montez ma fréquence. Alors pour info, Charlie. Bon choix, alors vous me le dites avant, parce qu'il y a les axes de, vous êtes pile sur l'axe de piste à 3005. Ah désolé, j'avais pas pris en compte. Je l'aviserai pour la prochaine fois. Pas de soucis monsieur. Vous pouvez passer avec Agno et bonne fin de journée, 7000, au revoir. Ok, merci à vous, bonne fin de journée à vous, le contrôleur 7000, au revoir, forcément bien.
What is this? Strasbourg.
Yep.
Strasbourg, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Yes sir. What? It's the Oscar Hotel, sorry, yes, fine. Thank you.
It's fine, thank you.
Okay, roger that. Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, thank you. Yeah, the controller talking or what?
Yeah, I think he crossed over on. So you know how to use the NDBs, etc., right?
On the tablet, you mean, or on the airplane?
On the airplane.
NDB, you just choose a frequency, set it on nav, and
You don't even need it on nav.
sorry?
NDB for Koblenz, Karlsruhe, sorry, is 431. Wrong one. That's your VOR.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
ADF. Yeah. 431.
Right there. 4. And then 4. Here one. Yep, enter ADF. There it goes. It's marking. And if you wanted to check.
So this is Koblenz.
Karlsruhe. We just flew over top.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And if you wanted to check it, then you would set your marker ADF here, and you would hear it. So if I set it to sound, here you can identify it when it beeps.
What's the time, the ETA?
I have an ETA of 5 minutes past, about 2 minutes past 8.
I mean, what is this?
That's flight time, as soon as you started the master. So that's your identifier for the NDB. If you're flying IFR, you are required to identify the NDB before you use it.
How do you read the beeps?
It's just Morse code.
I don't know.
It'll be on your charts. It'll show the Morse code numbering. Yep. So the beeps will. They're in here as well.
How do you swap to the IFR charts here on the layers?
You can go to layer.
Yeah.
Switch to airways mode.
Where? Charts? Oh. I think I didn't download them, maybe.
Huh.
Oh, you have it?
In my case, it's here. Switch to air. See, it's layers.
Yeah.
Switch to airways mode. And now it's showing me all the IFR routes and reporting points. See?
Cool. So maybe... What's the VOR? 1148. That's the 2.
Yep. And it's a VOR DME.
This is nav 2.
Yep.
Oh, this is coupled to GPS.
No, that's nav 1 coupled to GPS or nav 1.
Well, we don't have nav 1 here, right?
Yeah, it's on here.
Oh. 11480. So...
You have to change flip-flop there. And press 1. Now you change over.
11480.
Okay. Right now this one's on GPS, so we're heading, so the autopilot's not coupled, so I go V-lock. OBS, cancel OBS.
But you didn't pick up the...
Standby, it might take a moment. Maybe the primary...
Maybe that's why it's not working, the autopilot.
I'll have to ask him.
OBS?
Okay, but it's identified the DME anyway. It's a VOR DME, right? And right now it's DME 1, the DME it's taken, and it's on the same frequency. If I go to 2, it should re-identify. There you go, it's your DME.
Oh, this is the DME from the nav 2.
Yeah.
We have 25 miles to
800 feet, climbing slot level 7
VOR. Yep.
and this is the ground speed.
This is your slant speed.
Identified, climb level 9.
It is the slant speed, so it doesn't show your ground speed. It is the speed at which this distance to that VOR is changing. Yeah? And if you're not flying direct to that VOR, it's showing the wrong speed. Yeah? And also, if you're flying over top, a DME shows the actual distance to the DME, so it never becomes 0.
Yeah, the altitude.
703, right on heading 120.
Alright, so we got the DME, we got the ADF figured out. The ADF, we can set 2 frequencies. You set that over frequency flip-flop. See? You can set 2.
Yeah.
If you want. Base frequency operator, flight time, set reset. There's your flight time. And VOR, of course, if you wanted to identify, you would identify here on nav 1 or nav 2. Careful. Make sure it's not too loud before you turn it off. Otherwise you'll turn your...
So I should kill them.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Go ahead.
Delta Oscar Hotel, contact landing information 123.525.
123525. Thank you, bye-bye.
Star 703, climb level 140, direct to NATO. Star 703, climbing level.
Hang info, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, hello, I have your details from 3702.
3702.
This is the regular lady that operates Langen in this area as well. He's quite friendly.
It's good when they have your details and you have to say all over again the thingy.
Yep.
Does it make a difference in the service they provide if you fly a flight plan? Or is it the same?
It helps getting into controlled airspace and international, yes. You're more likely to get approval.
Honestly, like, I didn't know about the Sky Demon credits. It's amazing. It's really easy, so, I mean, I will be flying all the time. If you get like 50 credits, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
And it's really safe, so. Like, in Spain they made me file a flight plan for the computer and it's like so slow. And you use this in Spain as well, the filing. Everybody in Europe, yeah?
Yeah. They could probably drop down to a nice 6.5 again.
So, VS,
VS,
and then down.
Yep. Down. It just press and hold for a couple of seconds. There you go. It's a very delayed system. It does take a while. It's much smoother that way. Yeah. Because the autopilot is already set on trim. So if I now press the trim, it automatically disconnects and you get this bounce. Right, there's your 6.5, so you press Alt again. It'll hold. Just about over Rammstein military airbase.
What is that? A military?
It's a United States military airbase. If you look down, you'll see the C5 Galaxies.
Really?
Yeah.
How inside?
It's a little bit further.
Gonna be to the right side.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can fly over top if you want.
Yeah, we're way higher, so but I won't be seeing anything in there. I guess it's
I think you'll see it from here once we get a bit closer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. In Germany, there's nothing to see.
Yeah. Now you see after that is restricted area, which goes up to 18,000 feet. I'm not sure if that's active or not, so
I'll ask.
You can do that later. Yeah. Usually they'll tell you before you get there, but
active every day. That's what's showing.
Well, then you have to go around it. That's why I wanted that little bit of extra speed, because it's going to add, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. We'll get to closing time pretty quick. Das soll der Schwarzwald, oder?
We're not in France or Germany, right?
We've just crossed back into Germany. Yep. There's just this small corner where we cross over France and then come back in.
Länga, Delta Oscar Hotel.
Takeoff coordinates.
Yes, I'm seeing a restricted area, Echo Delta Romeo 116. I was wondering if that's active at the moment.
Restricted area 116 is not active.
Roger that, thank you. Okay, well, pass. Is that on the NOTAMs, if it's active or not?
Probably. But the Sky Demon does read the NOTAMs, and it activates or deactivates the restricted area.
Based on that?
Yeah, but sometimes if they don't put out NOTAM for cancellation of a restricted area, then you just have to check with tower.
that one?
Yep.
It's like full, like the gear, right?
I actually don't know, but I suspect you can just switch it, but I haven't tested it. There's Rammstein. You can see it down there.
This one, yeah, oh yeah.
But it's quite huge.
Yep. It's a United States military airbase.
Is it so active?
Yeah, it's active. It's so technically that is American ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in Heidelberg they also have one, but it's not active anymore.
Yeah, it's not active anymore, I know that. But this one is. If you drive around here, they have American radio, so you can tune into American radio.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really weird because you hear all these Americans talking. And they're all like, do you need to help integrate your family into German, what is it, into German
society.
community? Yeah. Let us help you. Yeah, exactly. There's all these really weird advertisements like that.
What do they use it for?
It's just the entire, you mean the airbase?
Yes.
I think it's a NATO airbase, so as part of NATO there's the US, and in Geilenkirchen.
That's
right.
In north of us in Aachen there's another one called Geilenkirchen, which is NATO, so there's multiple countries there.
Okay.
But this one is only US, but I believe they help assist with NATO as well.
Okay, so it's
just a forward airbase for the US, so they've got like this power projection.
okay.
But there's a lot of aircraft there, big machines as well, and the V-22 Ospreys are supposed to fly in there.
Really?
Yep. Try and take a picture for you, but my resolution's not so good. Maybe your camera's better.
My point is. Yeah, you can see the C5s. They're huge.
Yep. Big military machines.
Have 2 runways, right?
Yep. It's a different world from up here, huh?
Oh yeah.
there's no conflicts here, right? But I think they'd fly from here direct to Afghanistan with the big transport aircraft.
I think that it's like the states want to have military presence near Russia. So
they've got Poland for that.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's not east enough for that.
Yeah. But they're all over the place, the Americans. The amount of money they spend on military is crazy. Every day they spend millions.
Heidelberg is still visitable. They have a huge American community there. They have American schools, and like you actually meet a lot of American people there still.
Yeah.
But the base has been deactivated, so people just live there now.
Yeah, just the families stayed, and there is like American culture center there, an American library, an American everything. I think they deactivated it quite awesome.
Delta Echo Uniform Golf Whiskey Lange.
Lange die Delta Golf Echo Uniform Golf Whiskey gehört.
Ja, rufen Sie meinen Kollegen 119,150, tschüss.
119,150, tschüss.
So up the front is Frankfurt Hahn. That airspace goes up to about flight level 65 as well. So we can, if you add 50 feet or 100 feet, then you're good again.
I want to switch to the right now. He has a small reservoir of fuel down below, right?
Information, hello, see Delta India.
Like a small reservoir of fuel in between it, like after the tanks.
I'm not sure. I think it might be a direct T-junction.
Oh really?
So,
Fly me to the Delta
Delta India Lima Alpha Hotel, Roger, Squawk 701, and can you say again type of aircraft, please?
2701 or 3001? 3701 coming down, and the kind of aircraft, Bravo Echo 20.
Roger.
I want to try. I'm gonna do okay. Want me to go to
just add 50 feet and you're okay. Just so they can see that you're 6'6". Then they're happy. This, when the transponder is calibrated correctly, this is what the radar sees on your flight level.
I think the autopilot, what it does is it applies pressure on the yoke. The trim is not modified.
It feels like it's got servos that act somewhere behind the springs.
But in this axis, but I guess the trim also modifies the. So
I'm not quite sure where the autopilot connects in.
but I felt like sometimes when you disconnect the autopilot, picks up the trim where you left it. So it's kind of holding, you know.
That's why I kind of felt like maybe the autopilot is connected behind the springs. You can feel where the springs are, yeah?
Right.
Which is why when you turn the autopilot off, sometimes you can feel a jolt.
Yeah. They say it's after the springs.
Yeah, because that's why it puts some tension on, and then if there's bumps, you know, it would ride out bumps through the springs. Otherwise the autopilot would be working the whole time with every bump. Yeah. Is my theory.
The other airplanes you've flown also have springs now.
Not all of them, no.
So
The Cessnas, not really, they're all cable run.
So the autopilot is connected like
Somewhere in the cable.
directly.
Probably.
You said Cessna. You got it.
Ja, jetzt ist nicht mehr so viel los, aber früher am Tag war es schon ganz ordentlich.
Okay,
The 210 is much wider cabin, yeah? Oh, we're okay, look, we have plenty of space.
Sunday afternoon. Everything's quiet. We've got the whole airways to ourselves.
Nee, also soweit ich weiß, und die Kollegen, die heute bestätigt sind, noch nicht, aber die ersten sind jetzt schon ganz aufgeregt.
Can I try something? I set this to off. What would be, like for instance, if the electrical would go bad? Oh well, it has a flag. So it's gonna slowly run away, right?
It'll probably tip away at some point, but it'll take a couple of minutes. Those gyros, they've got a lot of inertia. That's why you have to wait a minute or so before you cage it, because it takes a while for the gyro to spin up as well.
If you lose vacuum, you lose autopilot, right? Because it couples to this.
It's coupled to that.
So you don't have autopilot.
No, you have no autopilot.
700-9594.
I really don't like the vacuum. Now you can get, you know, the digital ones. They're much better.
You're required to have two separate systems. So here's the interesting thing. If you're flying IFR in the Mooney, yep,
Yeah.
and you're in IFR conditions coupled to the autopilot, you have an engine failure. What happens?
An engine failure.
Yeah.
And you're running autopilot.
Yeah.
What's the question? I mean,
What would happen if I have an engine failure?
oh, you lose vacuum. You don't have autopilot.
Would
So it's
you-
gonna, I guess it's gonna slowly, like, this is gonna start drifting, and the autopilot is gonna start following, and if you're in FR, you don't know where you're going.
Partially true. The vacuum pump is mechanically linked to the engine. Yeah. And the system is designed so that even if it's running at idle, it should have enough vacuum to be able to supply all instruments. If you have an engine failure and the propeller continues to turn, then the vacuum system will still work.
Yeah, really.
If the pump comes to a stop, then the gyros will spin down. Yeah.
So you can use autopilot then.
You can't really use it. You could use it maybe to hold your heading in order to know that your wings level when you touch down or something like that. But only when the propeller is spinning. Yep. And even then I wouldn't trust it anymore. But
Can you break it with the cage now?
no, not really. If you cage it now, it'll just sit there.
I think it's starting to fall.
It's sinking, yeah.
But first it sinks and then it goes sideways, or?
It's got two axes, so
There you go, look.
at some point, yeah. It just becomes less stable. If you did a couple of turns now, it would start lagging.
There you go. It really messes you up when you see this. Like, I feel like I'm in a turn right now. Like, I can do like this. Like, yeah.
Which is why gyro failures are so dangerous for IFR flying.
And we are not even experiencing, like, this is really calm flight. Not even, it's crazy. I guess you need to cover it, right? And look at this one. So now, can I turn it on?
Yeah, you can turn it off. But if this one, if they both disappeared, if you lost your artificial horizons, what would you look at? What would you have? You have only your turn coordinator, but you have to be very careful. Yeah, so you're always like stabilize, hold, check the turn.
I broke it.
Let it spin up a moment. Okay. It's gonna take a moment to spin up.
Yeah, I guess to answer your question, just try to keep the wings level.
Yeah. You just hold it level.
I do turns to center.
Very, very small turns, yes. You can use the turn coordinator, but you have to be very careful. But you know, back in the war, they didn't have artificial horizons. They flew entire missions on turn coordinators.
On IFR?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So over there is Frankfurt Hahn.
Cool. Reading that you can do the IFR training, that you can do a bunch of hours in simulator. Would you recommend me doing that or actually doing actual flying?
No, you can do up to half, I think, in the simulator, and sim's not bad because you can train a lot of stuff that you can't do in a real airplane.
For example,
engine failures or emergency procedures on the limits, you know? Engine failure after takeoff in IFR, teardrop turns.
You do it on the simulator?
Yeah, you don't want to do them in the real life.
Yeah, yeah. What about with the, what do you call it?
The blind?
The blind, yeah.
It works okay, but it does work well, but you can't, you know, you can't do like emergency procedures in engine failure in a real aircraft under IFR. It's way too dangerous.
Wow.
So you would do them in a sim.
Right. The sim they have in Spain is not really good, to be honest.
We've got Malta's got a pretty good one for Mooney.
The one on the...
At Westflug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can ask him to do some flying in it. It's a very good Mooney cockpit. You can do really good IFR training. Unfortunately, it's not certified anymore, I believe.
Right. So you can unlock your hours there.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody's going to check if you log, but it's too expensive to keep it certified.
Right.
Das hier ist die Mosel.
That's not for you.
Yeah. Das Wasser. This river is the Mosel river.
Now inbound, long triangle for runway 07.
How many hours do you think I should fly to be considered like normally experienced?
It really depends. I mean, if you're flying a lot of hours like you are now, you're getting pretty comfortable with the aircraft. So there's experience and there's currency, you know. Like if you do a lot of flying, you're okay. But there's a lot of guys with a decent amount of hours, 600 hours maybe, that that's spent 40 years building up the experience or something.
Right.
And they're still not up to standard.
So you would say like 500 hours is decent?
It's okay. You just gotta watch out, you know, like there's danger for accident-prone hours statistically. There's like 150 hours that get dangerous because that's when you start getting confident and cocky. Then there's like 500 to 600 hours they say is dangerous because that's where the commercial pilots start getting confident and cocky. And then it happens again at like 5,000 or something like that. No, 5,000 people start getting complacent, they get lazy.
Yeah.
How many hours do you have, Rob?
1,200. So I survived my first 2 dangerous phases.
I survived my 100 hours.
Very good.
They have more than 10 times as me.
About that.
In how many years did you do that?
A bit over 10 years now.
10 years. So you're flying like 100 hours per year.
Yeah. But actually, I flew a lot more. I flew 5 years quite consistently.
Right.
Then I came to Germany, and I was on the ground for like 4 years.
Really?
And then the last year, I've flown in 1 year maybe 200 hours, I think.
As instructor, you add up a lot, right, of hours?
A lot. Yeah, a lot in instructor, but also retraining to get my license current for EASA.
We still have 1 hour and 10 minutes to go. I think, right?
Nope. About half an hour, 25 minutes to go.
ETA N1853 and it's 1741.
You're not set up right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like, no, our next waypoint I have, I don't know why. It's, yeah, 25 minutes, yeah?
Yep.
So how do you plan the descent for this thing?
Well, what's the circuit height for Aachen?
Oh, good question. It's 1,500.
What's our current height?
6,500.
6.5. So we need to descend 5,000 feet.
And we're doing 150.
Yeah, so 5,000 feet we need to descend. What's the standard descent rate?
500.
500. So how many minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, right? So at 150 knots, when we descend, we'll probably be doing 180 knots, right?
10 minutes at that speed would be...
So 180 knots is easy. Every 60 knots is 1 mile a minute.
Yeah.
122 miles a minute, 3 miles a minute, right? So 10 minutes, 3 miles a minute.
30 miles.
30 miles at a time we have to start the descent.
So we are going now 54, so we have 20 miles to go. We can probably start 40 to be...
As you want, we got 55 miles to go.
Maybe in 50 miles we start the descent.
Okay. With the Mooney you have to be careful because it's so fast. A lot of people, they fly over Aachen, 6,500, you get over Aachen, we're like, oh shit, we're too high. And you got to descend 5,000 feet with this machine. You're really burning.
Yeah.
You'll be flying at like 100 something knots. That looks like a bomb crater or something, like a meteor crater. Where the water is? In there, see?
Around.
It's too perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's too big for a bomb crater, I think. It must maybe like a meteorite impact. I'm gonna check it out someday. There's more of them too on the way around this area. Or maybe, you know what it was? It was probably a mine site. They dug something out of the ground.
Yeah, probably. Have you flown the other Mooney, the nice one?
Yeah, I've flown all 3 of them.
Is it good? What's better or what's the difference?
Whiskey Sierra is okay.
It's the only digital one.
Yeah, Sierra November is also has a digital display, but Sierra November for some reason I feel like it's a bit slower.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a private aircraft, so we charge more for it. So you're paying more for a slower aircraft.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But you sometimes, if both the Moonies are taken, you have to take it.
Oh look, there are 2 of them more.
Yeah.
Over there, look, around.
Yeah, I saw them on the map as well.
It's for sure artificial.
Yeah. And there's actually a tiny runway there between those two. That's cool. If you come in with a glider and you run off the runway, you'll be in the water.
I want to switch to the left now. Starting to oscillate, I don't know why.
I have found that this autopilot does that sometimes. I think it's just a bad autopilot. You can see it later on your Skydemon track.
Oh,
you
yeah.
look at the height and it's going like this. And it's just, I think it's just a crappy autopilot.
Alright, I want to start the descent anyway. So you said vertical speed? Do you want me to pull back a bit or?
No, you got the green arc. You can bring it into the green arc.
It's quite small.
Just
so.
watch the, what happens is as we descend the manifold pressure, so don't exceed that 2525.
We need to unreach it.
Yep, correct. So as long as it's not too bumpy, then you can go into the yellow arc or hit up to the yellow arc.
160. I think like a good day is 150, in a bad day 130 for the morning. That's what I've seen.
Plus minus. So the true airspeed seems to be around 145. And if you've got head or tail winds, it's plus minus a few knots. But it's a good airplane.
Yeah,
for that engine.
I'm gonna look.
I mean, I've seen from Zilp, we were coming from 10,000 feet. We were going, to Houston. We're coming from 10,000 feet. I've seen ground speeds of 200 knots.
Yeah.
Start to hurt, you can do this flowy thing, right? You know that? Yeah. Gallagher bins is going to be on the left, but I think you'll be high enough that it's no problem.
We're slightly away from them. There's no airspace for them. Alpha.
Yep. You're allowed to, on descent, you're allowed to preset your QNH even above the flight level. Yeah, now your mixtures are a little overrich.
Too much?
Yeah. Bring it back to about below 13. Passing just about right over top of Weertalsperre in Wurze, which is nice to see as well.
To the right, or?
It's a little bit further up ahead. A column of big snow. Your descent was a tad early, was okay. I'll bring the descent rate to 500 foot per minute, and I suspect we'll be a touch early because we started the descent quite early.
Quite high.
Yeah, we're in Weertalsperre. See where the windmills are, that's where Wurze is. So you might have to level off at some point until we get over this I think the autopilot can't handle the speed.
Okay.
You can fly it autopilot, you just have to guide it a little. Stay here for the level, if you go lower you'll get turbulence.
Oh, the controls are so safe because of the airspace. The controls are really stiff because of airspace.
That's why I think the autopilot can't handle it.
Verstanden. Squawk 37 Squawk 37 los, der Haus, ganz am Kern.
On windmills, the turbulence is after them, right?
Yeah.
It's like wake turbulence, right?
Yep. Oh cool, we're gonna be passing straight over Weertalsperre. Oh nice.
The tempo might go ahead. Roger, Sophia, bar goodbye.
Minutes.
Delta Papa Charlie, Squawk 7000, gute Landung, ciao.
Gut, vielen Dank, schönen Abend.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I was here the other day with a car. That's cool.
By airplane, it's about 10 minutes flying.
From Aachen?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is Eiffel, right?
Eiffel. Yep. So we're landing in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Then down there on the right-hand side, on the other side of this hill, not this one, the next bit of water, that's where the RVTH,
Oh, is it?
yeah, the RVTH beach is.
Oh, this is, what's the name?
Oh yeah.
You know it, the Vogelzang.
This is Vogelbahn. You know it? No. It's, this is where they used to train the SS officers.
Whoa.
One of the 3 places in Germany.
Have a look down there. If you drop the right wing, that's where they train the SS officers.
Whoa. What is now?
It's
Now
a
it's-
museum.
Oh.
Yeah, it's heritage site or something, museum or something like that.
They have a pretty good museum in there.
Yeah.
Like about their open last year, I think.
Okay, I haven't looked at it yet, so...
It's about how they actually train them, about all this elitary thinking, and yeah, very interesting.
Yep.
I should study something again, right?
So you see where Aachen Merzbrück, you know where it is?
Whoa.
You're okay.
Straight ahead, I guess.
Yeah, that's Weisweiler. You can always see Weisweiler.
The smoke one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then you go a couple of miles left, that's where the airport is.
Yeah, out of level 80, landed on a 5, just passing the Luxembourg-German border. Inbound, England.
Delta Fox November, Sierra Victor, squad 3702.
3702, Delta.
Ah, there's a balloon. Somebody let a balloon go. There.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever hit anything with the airplane, like a bird or something?
I don't think I have, no. A couple of, I've seen enough bird strikes and stuff, but rarely a problem. Alright, so remember, you're still on FIS, so you have to call them for a frequency change, you have to request it.
Should I do it now or wait a few minutes?
No, you're getting pretty close to Aachen. I wouldn't wait too long.
Langen Info, Delta Oscar Hotel.
Letzte Station bitte wiederholen, Last Station, second please.
Delta Oscar Hotel, now we're reaching Aachen. We would like to change frequency 122.875.
Das Contact, go be far, bitte.
Yeah, bye bye. I'm gonna join downwind right hand then.
Better figure out what runway they're using first.
Aachen Info, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel.
Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, good evening.
Hello, Delta Echo Mike Oscar Hotel, Mooney M20J, 3 persons on board. Departure Echo Delta Tango Zulu, destination yours, request instructions please.
Come in for runway 08, QNH 1021, we still have glider flying in progress.
081021, I'm looking for the letters. Delta Oscar Hotel, thank you. 1021. I want to start slowing down a bit.
try and keep it outside of that beeping range. It's a little bit unprofessional.
Okay, speed set. You're right. It's gonna be right hand. 130, and gear down. We're going to fuel, boost pump, next turn. To list, 132, gear down. That's 10.
Try not to descend too low over this town.
Okay.
Because the terrain here is still high. And you've got another warning light on as well.
Run out, yeah. Gear down, gear down, gear down.
When you come around these towns, try and stay kind of between them so we don't fly over top. It's just kind of social
There's
flying.
a huge antenna.
Yep, that's Stolberger's Endemus. I was hoping you were going to see that before we hit it. Really, these towns, just really go around them because it's just, we get a lot of complaints. So Stolberger's Endemus, you can use it as a reporting point, then everybody knows where you are.
Have cables
yep,
on. Oh my
does.
god. That's so dangerous. 2,000 feet.
Just reduce the RPM a bit. Yeah. Sorry?
The name of the antenna?
Stolberger's Endemus.
Oh my god.
Stolberg Tower.
And the Oscar Hotel Strawberry Tower 2000.
Alright, go on and descend to your 1,500 here. Okay, balloon at 12 o'clock.
Oh, where is it? Oh, got it. Where is the airfield now?
Okay, I've got gliders at about 10 o'clock. Try not to descend into the circuit, yes? So be at 1,500 when you hit the circuit.
Yeah.
Which is very close, so.
There's the field.
Okay, downwind. Upwind is clear, no other traffic. So when you enter downwind, always look at the right, yeah? Because that's where they're coming from.
Delta Oscar Hotel downwind runway 08. And full flaps. Gears down, gear down, gear down. Next reach. Drops full forward. Boost pump is on.
Okay, seatbelts on. The back as well. Good.
Tasker Hotel Base 08.
When it's not busy in the circuit, all they want to know is space on the runway, don't bother about final.
Here, make your prop was up.
Hotel, wind 040 at 9 knots.
We got crosswind from the left. I'll straighten her up with the pedals. That's the way. Yeah, if you do it early, it makes it easier.
Welcome home, Moscow Hotel. Your downtime is 07.
Thank you. Lovebirds.
Taxiway's here.
Oh my god.
Righto. After landing checks.
Ups up. Hose pump off.
Yes.
And then
Just open the cowl flaps for me. There you go. After landing as part of it. So we're done for the day. Let's taxi it straight in the hangar. Maybe I'll take that last little bit, but when we get there.
if you can talk me through it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the hangar help wants us. I can't see anything. Just go big. Can I have?
Yeah.
Go right, hard right. Because he probably wants to come in backwards.
U-turn? No?
Keep going right up to the hangar. I suspect he wants to push it in backwards in here. It's not gonna fit. Alright, I have control.
Control.
We put it like this, then he can push it back quite easily. Yep. Okay. Radio master off normally.
Oh, sorry, I'm so tired.
All good.
You won't break anything, but it